So in this video we are going to see the pattern materials. Dear students, before going in details about the various kinds of pattern materials that can be used for making of the pattern, let us first see what are the characteristics are required to be a good pattern material. So number one, that is, we are seeing the characteristics. Okay, so number one characteristic we are having as there should not be no moisture or less moisture content. If the material having tendency to absorb the moisture content, then the size will be get bigger by the absorption of the moisture and there will be increase in the cavity, so the dimensions are not okay. That's why the first characteristic is there should not be any moisture content. Second, we can have the low density. The pattern material should have low density or less weight, so the handling is easier. Okay, so low density should be there. Third one is it should have good surface finish. Then we are having the fourth one is the easy for fabrication, and last we can have this pattern material should be free from the corrosion. And you can add one more if you want, that is it should be of low cost. So see, these are the 5-6 characteristics we are always looking into the pattern material as: no moisture, lightweight, very good surface finish, then easy for fabrication, and this free from corrosion and inexpensive. These are the characteristics that we are always looking into the pattern materials. Now looking into these characteristics, now which are the materials are available which can be used as the pattern material. So let us see it one by one. So the first pattern material, we will take the wood. So of course, if you talk about the wood, so maximum all the characteristics are included in the wood except the moisture content. Yes, woods are having a moisture content, but we are selecting such a wood that it is having the less or no moisture content into it. So which are the woods which can be used as a pattern materials? We are having the teak having the density of 0.4 grams per cc. Then we are using mahogany, which is having the density of 0.6 grams per cc. These are the two major woods which can be used as a pattern materials. In addition to that, we can also use the deodar, okay, as a wood material, as a pattern material. So these are the woods. Woods can be used as a pattern materials. Now the second important material is the metal or metals. Okay, so when we are going for the metals, when your production rate is quite high, you are doing the work in mass production, so number of patterns are required. where you are having no wear and tear of the pattern. So in that case we are going for the metals as a pattern material. Now if you look at the characteristics, so the only the issue about the density. So again, in density of the material in metals, we are going for such a metals which are having a very low density. So which are the metals can be used as a pattern materials in this category? We are having aluminum. We know what is density of aluminum, that is 2.7 grams per cc. Then we can also use the white metals here. White metals, this is also known as babettes, which is the composition having 88% tin, 8% antimony and 4% copper. This is one of the composition of white metals having the density of 3.2 grams per cc. And the recent in foundry industries, we are also using the titanium as the pattern material. What is density of titanium? It is 4.7 grams per cc. So these are the materials in metals which can be used as the pattern material. Only thing is that whenever your pattern is made up of the metal, the double the shrinkage allowance we have to provide on the master pattern, which is made up of the wood. To understand this again very clearly, I am just taking here one of the example. So the example is this. Say the grey cast iron cube is to be made by the steel pattern which in turn to be made from the aluminum pattern the length of the cube must be 3 meter. What is the length of aluminum pattern? The shrinkage allowance for grey cast iron is equal to 8 mm per meter. Shrinkage allowance for steel is equal to 15 mm per meter, and shrinkage allowance for aluminum is 13 mm per meter. So students, see, this is the example. So here the cube of grey cast iron which is to be made by using which pattern? Steel pattern. Okay, and the steel pattern in which in turn to be made up of the aluminum pattern, and they are asking the dimension of or the length of the aluminum cube. Okay, so how much the shrinkage allowance for grey cast iron? It is 8 mm per meter. For steel it is 15 mm per meter, and for aluminum it is 13 mm per meter. Okay, so as I told you, whenever we are using the metal as a pattern material, we have to provide the double the allowance on the master pattern. So here you can see the master pattern is the aluminum. You can go ahead also, you can again make this aluminum pattern by using the wooden pattern. So thing is that we have to just add the allowances here, and all together we have to give it on the master pattern. So if you see here, what is the size of aluminum, size or length of the aluminum cube will be equal to, so the 3 meter, that is 3000 millimeter, plus this 15 plus 18, 23 mm per meter, that is 23 divided by 1000 onto 3000, isn't it? So how much it is? 3000 plus 69, that is 3069 millimeter. So the length of aluminum cube will be equal to 3069 millimeters. Understood? So this is how we can able to calculate the dimensions of the master pattern. Thank you.